The Happening is about an event that starts happening in the northeast of the United States. First, it happens just in New York, and the main characters, played by Mark Wahlberg and Zooey Deschanel, live in Philadelphia, which is where I live. And they hear about it, and they're like, oh, that's weird. What is that about? They think it's terrorists. And they're trying to go about their normal day. And then it happens in Philadelphia, and then it happens in Boston, and then it happens everywhere around them. And they realize they're trapped in this area of this incredibly horrific event where this airborne toxin is doing horrific things to people, making them do horrific things, and they're trying desperately to get out before they get affected. The ideas come different ways. Sometimes I get an idea for a character and I make a movie about that character, or a scene, a conflict of a scene, and I make a movie about that. But this one was a broad idea. It was a big idea. It was one of those, I love those moments when you get a what if idea, What if, what if you could make dinosaurs come to life? I wish I had come up with that. That's not my idea. Those kind of big ideas. And this is one of those big ideas, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I thought about, okay, what could the characters be and things like that, and I put them in the process. And I got this idea driving on the road on a highway from Philadelphia to New York, and all the trees lining the highway. It's an old-fashioned movie. It's as if you went to see, like, hopefully a great movie from the 1950s, 1960s. Its fathers are the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original, the Night of the Living Dead, The Birds. These are kind of the archetypes of the movie. It's made in an old-fashioned way. The CGI is all buried. It's a horror movie that's outdoors. It's how could you get scared about being outdoors in the daylight, right? You're gonna get scared. Ooh, that's a good question. I always remember the emotional scenes, when the characters are going through something very traumatic and they're expressing their love for each other. That always stays with me, You get teary-eyed watching the actors as they react, and you feel so proud of them, and because they've become such close friends. And when you call cut and the crew is all emotional, those are really touching moments that you kind of take away with you after the experience is done. It's been great. Mark and I are the same age, and we were friends before. And I love what's happened with his career. I love the kind of actor he's become. And as the script kind of came clearer to me, I really said, oh my God, this could be Mark. I should call him. I called Mark. I never called him for work. So I called him up, and I've hired his brother before in The Sixth Sense. I've hired our mutual friend, Joaquin Phoenix, before. So basically I was hiring everybody around him, and he was like, what's going on? What's wrong with me? And so I called him and I said, hey man, what's going on? You want to do a movie? He's like, I've been waiting, let's go. And I said, it's kind of like The Birds. And he's like, ooh, that sounds good. So I sent him the script. Well, they're all going to be different. If I did the same thing, someone would say, why are you doing the same movie every time? So you're either going to do the same or different. You have those two options. So this one's, yeah, each movie you hope finds its personality, finds the thing that's special about it, and celebrates it. And this movie, in the script form, found what it was. It's a shocking movie. I love The Exorcist. I love The Godfather. They have shocking moments in them. And within 2 minutes you'll gasp into this movie. I'm literally within 2 minutes you'll gasp. A roller coaster of reactions. No one going to the bathroom. Not a lot of popcorn being eaten. You see the physical reactions of people jumping and giggling. The humor kind of causing people to laugh nervously, and then emotion. and then hopefully during the credits, contemplative quiet, where they're thinking about something at a deeper level than they thought they would. Yeah. I do. There's all small versions of it happening in a lot of places, and they're starting to write about it everywhere. And probably after the movie, they'll start writing about a lot of them. Yeah, I'm making a movie called The Last Airbender for Paramount Pictures, which is a big fantasy, completely different than I've ever done. It's like Lord of the Rings. It's on that scale of movie. I'm terrified to do it, but I'm very excited as well. Oh my God! You mean all my movies? We'll be here half an hour.
How do you have,
How evolved? Well, I think I started the first two little movies I made. Nobody saw, and yeah, I was trying. I didn't know my accent yet. I didn't know what my clothes yet, what I felt comfortable in. And then Sixth Sense, it kind of magically found this balance of emotion and spirituality and suspense that I feel really comfortable with. And I've done various versions of that in all the movies. Unbreakable is more drama suspense about comic books, and Signs is more comedic horror, and The Village is really like a period piece drama with eeriness to it. And for me, The Village is a big romance. And Lady in the Water is a fantasy. It has no genre. I love that it has no genre. And now The Happening, straight up scare your pants off horror.